Yeah, especially with the Rubik as the game goes on, because you can easily set up with lifts and ice paths. I mean, Wraith King is a hero that can build BKB, but you usually don't feel great about it, right? Like, you've got the second life to play around, so usually you want to be a bit more greedy, whether it's Radiance Blade Mail or maybe going to AC. BKB is usually not top of your list.
Legion Commander.
So even more sustain, more heal coming out from Beast Coast. They don't have the best damage to throw inside a Chronosphere, but it's going to come from their mid pick.
It's fine. Nah, it's fine, Lacoste. You got to look at the possibilities here, right? The damage as the game goes on is coming from those double duels. This is, of course, the play.
Yeah, but you have to win both of the duels. You need to kill both heroes to actually get it.
If you're a good enough Legion player, you know, this is the way it works. You just find the Rubik, find the Jakiro, kill them both, win the game. But then a Kunkka appears, and all of a sudden your plans are destroyed.
I'm wondering if Kunkka is going to go for more of a utility build this game, something like a Spirit Vessel, or if he's going to build into Radiance. I guess how this game developed, but the Spirit Vessel, high value in this game against Wyvern, and the Legion Commander's heal, even though Legion Commander can dispel it, so you need to play around it.
That's the big crux. It feels like that's one of the big reasons why Spirit Vessel is a hard to justify item outside of the mid at the moment, is these popular Dispels heroes, right? Like the Abaddon and Legion Commander.
Yeah. Omni Knights, yeah. The W heroes, as we like to call them, that became extremely popular like a month and a half ago.
Yeah. Hopefully, let's be totally honest. The person to blame for all that at the end of the day was Mirana. Okay? 5-second stuns, that's what caused it.
Yeah, have to agree.
So as soon as they kill Mirana, guys, we can get back to actually playing Dota, not just pressing W.
So Beast Coast, they banned Queen of Pain. I was thinking about Queen of Pain, that they are going to go for it. Well, maybe. What would that mean?
I mean, they could be concerned about Kunkka up against the Quap. Like, it's not a terrible lane for Kunkka, right? Like, you can sustain, and usually as a Queen of Pain, like, you either invest heavily in Shadow Strike, or you take a farm and build yourself and can't harass the Kunkka. I guess it comes to that basis. Other than that, I don't know about some, like, the threat of Beast Coast getting a
Beast Coast heroes for mid could be something like a Monkey King, even Chris Luck TA.
Yeah.
It's a good matchup against Kunkka, and they're one of the few teams that actually play Monkey King besides OG.
That's true. The TA one is always deceptive as well, because people they throw out the arguments like, well, Kunkka, his torrent gets rid of all your refraction charges, but one, you have to hit that. Two, you're a melee hero up against the traps at 6, and 3, like, both these heroes now have that nerf factor to their denying capabilities in the mid. So it's more of an even matchup than it was before. Gambit are actually eating all their time up. Interestingly enough, Vampire is the one who's got control of drafting here as well, by the way. There's the TA ban. Look at that. We just know our Beast Coast, Lacoste, okay? It's simple. They want Wraith King. They want TA. Occasionally Puck. But, of course, that was banned out.
If you just look at the matchups, it's kind of easy to guess in which direction they're going to go for. Like, they pick Wraith King, they ban some mana burn. It's pretty much... Dota isn't that much of a complicated game if you think about it, or if you've been playing it for 15 plus years.
Hey, you're underselling your job here, Lacoste. That's 15 plus years, okay? Other people went out and got a degree, okay? They're contributing to society, and we are here contributing to Dota, okay? Let's just call it that.
I would say we contribute to.
Hey,
I don't know.
Fun, yeah, exactly. Society is fun at the end of the day, okay? And this Gambit draft is looking a bit fun with the final pick Zeus. I like this, actually. Like, this is pretty spooky. Anyone who gets chronoed late game is just dead. Like, Nimbus, you got the Jakiro, just slapping down the barbecue, cooking whatever he feels like.
I'm just looking at the heroes. I mean, they could go for some kind of a... Okay, this is not what I expect. Ember Spirit's win rate is horrible.
Especially against all this magic damage.
Yeah, you can still win games with it, but it feels like he's doing good, but whenever you have him in the team, it doesn't feel that great. Also, it's Ember Spirit. into Kanka, Jakiro, Rubik, and Faceless, but there's a lot of ways to actually kill him. Okay, there's 2 saves on side of Beast Coast, so maybe he will be able to survive some of that, but there's a lot of ways to control Ember.
Yeah, this just feels like one of those games where as an Ember, you're going to go, okay, either BKB or Lincolns, and it doesn't matter because you get either one, you feel underwhelming, right? Like, you get a BKB, Chrono's still a threat. You get a Lincolns, they have plenty of ways of popping it. I'm not sure if this is the golden pick. Maybe if it creates enough space for K1 and he just takes over the game, that's your option. So maybe just all in on Hector.
They just need to buy time for Hector. This is how they play. 4, protect 1, pretty much just play with 4 until Hector gets his Radiance up, group up, take some towers by force. Pretty simple Dota coming out from Beast Coast. And Chris Luck, he is the space creator for his team. And I mean, Ember Spirit as a hero can be at multiple lanes. Doesn't need to go back to base, heal up, TP. You always have this Remnant. So they can play fast with other 4 heroes while buying time for Hector.
That's definitely true. It does feel like the way that Gambit have drafted is more kind of prioritized in that one lane push in and actually just try and force the fight as quickly as possible, right? With the Kunkka, with the Void, and with the combos that actually support the Void. You can see how they just really clearly want to have 5-on-5 fights regularly after 20 minutes.
Prepare for battle.
The question would be whether Beast Coast can apply pressure before then. One thing you really got to give credit to Gambit is these 2 supports. They're great at offsetting pressure on the lane, right? Fade Bolt from Rubik, the attack slows from the Jakiro. It's not easy for Beast Coast to breach and find kills early on.
Depends how this lane goes. With Grimstroke will be paired up with Hector. A lot of kill potential.
Try harder.
So it's going to be an offlane Kunkka this time. Mid Zeus. And we're going to have Faceless Void. So we've seen more and more Kunkka shifting towards the offlane. Where you get some tanky items. Just the team fighting ones. You get the Ghost Ship off, and I mean, I feel like Ghost Ship is still a bit OP.
Yeah, it's the run buff. The run buff is too strong, and that's why I think like this hero is more suited to the offlane role. Is what do you really want on a Kunkka? You want kind of utility and control. It's not the cute dataless builds anymore. Vampire, Ray Fire Blast comes out, and this should be your first blood as they move in. Fade Bolt way too late to save his own life, and they will secure both runes as a result. The bot lane, Dream tried to pressure, but he can't do this alone.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake from Gambit trying to go back again. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be 4 bounties. It's a perfect start. 4 bounties plus.
Oh, no, it's not the perfect start.
Blood.
The VPN's working against them. You know, like there's balance and everything, and they're doing too good on the runes, so the internet connection has to crap it out. There's kind of a odd irony in the SA team having connection issues on a LAN.
They have them online. They have them on LAN.
You know, they're the most they're the veteran team of disconnects. They're just ready for the problems.
Yeah, but I'm glad we have a South American team that is a powerhouse that can match up against any other team in the world.
Hell yeah! Like I talk about this a lot. Like this whole idea of regions and countries having inspirations, right? I talk about it a lot, Lacoste, because I'm from the UK, and as you know, we don't tend to put out the most pristine of TI winning players.
Well, now we have...
We've got Symmetrical and Tanner. That's like... those are our hopes of tomorrow, okay?
I was trying to find someone...
I already had them written down, Lacoste, okay? They're my pride and joy at the moment. That's all we've got.
Right. You have T-Governor, right?
Yeah, we got T-Governor. We got the coach as well.
Yeah.
He's...
Chaos. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's with Chaos anymore. As they did disband. But yeah, they used to have like at one point Chaos were the SA powerhouse, but Beast Coast have taken over since then. And there was a little bit concern, right? Because we mentioned Chris Luck, he was feeling a little bit under the weather. And I don't think these guys don't have a coach or a stand-in player, right? So if that had gone the wrong way, that would have probably been a forfeit.
I remember that I asked if they have a coach, and they do, but it's not listed on Wikipedia.
Oh, okay. This is news to me.
I don't know who that is, but apparently they do have a coach.
Okay, this is news to me, and it's probably awkward for him. I hope he doesn't speak English to hear me say that like there was a lot of discussion about the players learning English so they could get a good coach. But we'll... His job is secure. There's no issues there. But I know that some Beast Coast were talking about. They wanted, like, all the players were really enthusiastic about learning English. It's not a bad move. I mean, we saw how it really helped Pain when they rose up, having certain players like Weeha come in and just mix up and give the team what they needed. Because I think, like, SA and SEA, these regions I talk about a lot as being regions that are lacking the veterancy, the captains of, like, you know, puppy caliber to take the raw skill through.
Yeah, I have to agree 100% on that one. But let's focus on the mid lane. Zeus doing extremely good against Ember Spirit, who picked up 4 bounties and got the first blood.
Yeah, and instead he's losing these trades.
He needs to be careful.
He's getting pretty low. The Flame Guard keeps him up and sustained, but GPK
Zeus is gonna kill him.
Yeah, these right clicks are too big. Is it people just keep forgetting this, Lacoste, that Zeus has insanely high right-click damage now? I feel like this is a recurring theme. This hero just... You always think about his nuke potential, but you never think about the physical damage. Wow. And
77 damage with null and mantle. Yeah. And every single time he gets close, he gets harassed. And the thing is, you can't be using these healing cells efficiently. Because if you're in the range, you're going to get hit by a bolt. It's going to get cancelled. Then you're screwed.
And this is GPK styling as usual. Like, I feel like at the moment he is the mid to watch in terms of who will win the one-on-ones. This guy is always surprising people with matchups and how quickly he takes control of them. Yeah,
he also understands that he needs to bring more mangoes to this lane, keep spamming it to actually win it. Also, someone will need to help him get the rune since he already has the bottle, or someone from Beast Coast needs to make a move, try to secure. Just steal it from the Zeus, so he can't refill the bottle.
Apology on the teams being swapped the wrong way around, guys. Looks like things got mixed up for a second.
Oh, bottom lane, there's a bash, but...
he didn't get another bash, though.
Far away.
This is the real reason you pick Legion Commander. You just need that speed to run away after getting bashed. Fun hero.
Let's see the runes. This is going to be top. It's bottom haste, F and G.
Chris Luck is busy salving, but he's going to be the first to move across. So FNG. Oh, no, you can't get there in time to cancel it. Unfortunate. But we talked a lot about GPK. Should we check in and with Satchlo in top, who has an insane amount of CS compared to K1? Like
it's Kunkka. I mean,
it's not old Kunkka, right? Where your deny capabilities are so insanely high.
But if you think about the lane, you have Fade Bolt, which reduces their damage. You have extra damage on Kunkka. So they're pretty easy to play. But there it is. Hector is gone.
I mean, it makes it much easier when your support is walking all the way back to base bootless. And as we talk about that, Legion Commander and the Jakiro will trade in the bot lane. So it's starting to heat up.
Jakiro dies before. Faceless Wave gets the solo XP from it. We'll get 2 bounties. And also he's level 5, so 3 points in bash. There's going to be a lot of kill potential on this lane.
Meanwhile, Vampire's baiting Stinger in right now. GPK is waiting. Bottling up. Turns around, and he's ready to bring him down. Right click away, and we'll get the kill and save Vampire's life.
Also, Zeus just hit level 6, so they have this global presence. And with Zeus, you want to steal all the kills. Like, you want to get all the kills no matter what.
Ah, so you're saying my pub Zeus's are doing it correctly?
Yes, he's doing it correctly. Exactly. It may sound stupid, but you want to give him the gold so he can keep farming up, get the mana region items, and then get that Aghanim Scepter. Combine that with Void. I mean, there's a lot of good setups in this game.
Chris might be dead again. Okay, he'll Fairy Fire and back away. Stinger was coming in. DPK did spot that out. But they're still struggling to deal with the Zeus. It's going to be interesting to see how he functions in the next few minutes, because you mentioned you need to give him those kills. I feel like a really big pattern we've been seeing at the moment is mids who have a bad time rotating to the outer lanes, right? And if you're not a tower pushing mid, you don't punish your opponent when they do that.
Amber is really not a tower pushing mid.
And
That's why I
neither
love
is
to see Amber Spirit combined with one hero who
Hector,
has building damage. Hector.
you're going to see him combined with Death. Chris Luck does rotate up. Throws out a Remnant. Satchel is way too tanky, though. He could just right-click him down. And Vampire's here. Fate Bolt in 2 seconds. If he times this right, as the Flame Guard ends, in fact, the right-clicks might just do him in. Okay, Vampire, Fate Bolted early. He still sees him. All right, full hit. There it is. Thank you very much, says Vampire, and I'll see you later. Oh, he gets
He's
down
gone.
as well.
What a play. I mean, he got the solo kill
You feeling pretty
on
good?
Ember Spirit, while on the mid lane, Zeus is once again getting levels.
He could have hit the tower twice in that time, as well as getting his levels. And this I expect Rubik to get nerfed pretty hard next patch. I don't know about you. I feel like the Fade Bolt is way too good on the lane right now. Shachlow. He's in a little bit of a sticky situation.
Well,
And they know
but-
Rubik can't come back yet.
Maybe we should stop nerfing the heroes. Maybe we just buff the other ones. But
That's
the
true.
new patch is going to be massive. There's going to be 7.0 vibes, probably. Nice snipe.
Alright, it's a fair point, actually. Like, I feel like we always talk about what needs nerfing and not what needs buffing. It's better to buff things, you know? Don't ruin people's heroes. Just ruin their game. Like the Zeus who just ruined Whispers. The Bash? Okay. Dream
They're not
thought
gonna
about
follow.
it. He didn't realize he actually got the Bash straight away, though. Lift. Thing is, he might be chased down. Yeah, he's gonna get out. I think you might have got that, though. Like, he has stick, right? But you can hit him twice more and then just Fade Bolt as a Rubik.
Dominating performance.
But who cares?
The thing about Beast Coast is, if they're losing in kills, that means Hector is farming. I saw them being 15, 20 kills behind, and still, in terms of net worth, they were pretty even. So they know how to utilize the map. Hector's farming patterns are always great. Let me just check the net worth.
He could
he's
be
in the
doing
middle.
better.
Yeah.
But this is a guy who definitely got crushed on the lane, so you know he's going to be in recovery. In the mid. Luck has a haste. Chris is going to chase in an FNG. He looks the wrong way, though. So he'll just back away in time, as Flame Guard has ended. Calm down for a sec. How's the bot lane looking? Whisper. Okay, he can't get him low enough. They were thinking about it as he did have the duel available. Chris Luck is still chasing GPK, by the way. But this haste is about to run out, so he needs to escape right now. Vampire couldn't... Wait, no, he gets it! Wraithfire Blast out! And that's going to be another kill for GPK.
Good rotation from Rubik. He did not see him coming with the lift. They had more than enough. Plus,
And
Fire
FNG
Blast stolen.
in the bot lane. Whisper. There's going to be a duel win for him.
That's a quick duel.
I feel like we're definitely getting the action you actually expect out of SA so far. Satchlow. Burst out the Torrent. Is stunned in return, but... Hector's like, no, don't go kill them right now. Just get him away from my creeps. Bot lane. Dream. Just baited in Whisper. GPK arrives at the TP and does have the Thunderbolt. Lightning Bolt Robert in 2 seconds. With the Thunder God's Wrath, gets the kill.
So far, GPK all over the map. Involved in 6 out of 10 kills. Has BOTs queued up. I love the BOTs build on Zeus because you can just be refilling your mana. He might actually catch him. See the goal?
He gets to the wrong place. And Chris Luck arriving will scare him away. I mean, also Vampire. Vampire is the other kind of component here. If there's 2 people to look out on Gambit so far, it's this Rubik and this Zeus. And once again, Rubik's Q is the rune stop. In fact, there's a boat coming in towards Grimstrike right now. Inkswell has been stolen as well. Vampire could chase in, but he's got the Fade Bolt and he's got the kill.
They need to be more active on Legion Commander's lane. Legion Commander right now has a lot of damage.
And he's diving.
Blightstone. He might actually get a solo kill on.
Yep, goes for the duel. I think it's too early though. Not getting the procs in time and the chrono comes out. The problem is he caught FNG. Dream kind of panic chronoed a little bit there. The Macropie goes down. FNG survives!
He gets the kill. Zoning Macropire.
Zoning turned into killing Macropie. You gotta be feeling good about that. Because right now, it doesn't feel like any other Beast Coast member can make plays for the team. You know, you expect an Ember to, but... I feel like we haven't seen too much of an impact from this Ember up to this point. Definitely shut down effectively by Zeus, who is now rotating towards top because they want to make sure Wraith King's ultimate zone cooldown, which case it already is. They just want to kill him.
And Shachlow, he's on top of net worth. Kanka level 8, that's your offlane Kanka.
Who has boat and 4 as well.
1600 gold.
They just throw out the
Boat.
stun. They have no way of protecting him. Hector and the Inkswell that was stolen by Vampire held on to it long enough. Thunder God's Wrath, X Schofield. Hope you like boats, because you're about to become a big fan.
Dominator, I guess.
Man, Gambit is all over the place. That's gonna be a free tower for them, and since they have Ember Spirit, that means that they can't even push the mid tower. There's a siege creep, so they're gonna make use of that, try to chip some damage.
But the damage is already done top, and I'm not sure how long you can hang around the mid. If anything, you need to try and shut down either the Zeus or go for the Chrono Man himself in the bot lane with a duel. The Stinger, in the meantime, DPK just zapping him down, and has got the lightning bolt to finish him off. They just seem to have no answer to Zeus. Which is weird, because you look at their heroes, you're like, oh yeah, you just get on top of the Zeus, you kill him. But when he's dishing out this much damage already, how do you get close enough, Lacoste, without dying?
It's gonna be tough. They need the Blink Dagger on Legion Commander, because Ember Spirit is not having a good time. These two supports can't really get close to him. You know Hector will be farming for the next 7-8 minutes until that Radiance is up, and yeah, Legion Commander needs to be more active or just to keep farming for a few more minutes, get that Blink Dagger up. Also, Winter Wyvern, they should use the ulti, but the problem is the mobile heroes from Gambit. Like, you have BOTs on Zeus, so you know he can be anywhere on the map. Also, the global presence from him.
That's the thing as well. Like, usually the reason Ember was so popular, and it started to backfire now, is that global presence. You can be anywhere on the map, right? But you look on Gambit's side, and they have control of their fountain. They have a lot of rotation potential with the Kunkka and now the Boots of Travel Zeus. Like, they kind of match that. I always talked about, like, Ember and Kunkka on the lanes as being some of the most frustrating heroes due to the return to base and then return to lane mechanics. And now, one of those heroes might die. Ice Path comes out, and I'm not sure. Was there an Ember Spirit there, or just some runes from the gods? Because I see the runes from the gods splattered on the ground, but I don't see the blood of an Ember.
Well, the blood of an Ember was Macro Pyre, actually.
Oh, okay. So that... Oh, wow. So it's a pretty vicious explosion of his body parts everywhere. In a straight line.
Yeah, every single lane is going well for them.
No, that's true.
Look at Kunkka. 1600 HP, has Solar Crest queued up. Like, Solar Crest extremely good against Winter Wyvern ulti. You cast it, the target, make it more survivable.
To kind of highlight the problems here, you just look at the fact that Chris Luck is level 9 and Kunkka and the other hero from that lane are 10. They want to fight him right now, and they might find him. Let the pings come out. Lift is there. X, Ray Fire Blast, everything thrown onto him. You want CC? Here's your CC. The press the attack, not in time, but just enough time to move away with the Remnant. And now, duel the Zeus with the double duel coming out. They'll move through. They'll get one. We're better get hero. The Chrono comes out. FNG. And oh, he doesn't put down the macro power. He died to the burn damage, and now they need to get the Void out of dodge. He'll move away in time, but the damage is done. You lose 2. You use your Chrono, and those are 2 big kills. Well, one of them's big. The Zeus giving a hell of a lot of gold in himself. Holy crap.
Sadly, it went to Stinger. Like, ideally, you would want to give it to a core, not to your position 5, because he's worth a lot of gold. Overextended there a little bit. Also, Zeus should be trying to scout out the ward so far. Beastcoast doing a good job putting a ward here, there. So you can actually... You're not actually able to devour them that easily.
No, but look, they straight away Gambit. They take it in their stride. They straight away go back on the offensive. Find a kill on the Wyvern and open up the jungle once more. I like that they've done this, right? Because we see this from a lot of teams. You lose one engagement, and all of a sudden, you just, like, you hit the stop button, right? You just slow everything down. But that can sometimes really backfire. Like, you have to weigh up, was that big of a throw? Did we lose too much from it? They say no. They say we're still feeling good. And GPK will soon have that veil complete as well.
Man, the amount of magical damage that they have from Jakiro, Zeus, Rubik, anything that he steals, Kunkka's combo, that's all going to be amplified.
I mean, even the Void, right? Because Time Lock is magical.
Yeah, also Maelstrom as well.
Oh. This is a Veil game if I've ever seen one. But I still appreciate that he went for the Boots of Travel first, realizing how strong his start was. Pushed on the mid lane, they will get the tier 1 tower. So Beast Coast map is going to open up a lot more. I mean, we've already seen the way Gambit has been probing into the jungle north. Now they have full control.
Yeah, also Whisper about to pick up his Blink Dagger, and it's go time for them. They need to make stuff happen. Hector has ulti ready. And Hector is really underfarmed this game.
Yeah, and the question starts to emerge, how long can your Wraith King not be involved in these engagements? You're already limping around the map half dead all the time. I like this.
What are you laughing at?
Well, I'm loving the X-Zeus. They just learned from their issues. They're like, okay, we're just going to X him. GPK is going to run forward, and if they duel him, we'll just move him away. He'll live. This is the new strategy, Lacoste. This is how you protect your squishy nuker. Just X him from afar. Have him build Blink Dagger next. Which isn't a bad pickup on that hero, in fairness. I reckon we're more likely to see a 4-staff over a Blink this type of game, though. A lot of AoE damage. And they do actually have the Solar Crest complete now. So you're at the point...
really fast Solar.
Yes, and now you're at the point where your
minutes.
Void can just be involved in every fight without Chrono, right? Because of the attack speed buffs. Like, I don't know. The story of this game is going to be how the hell did the offlane Kunkka get this much gold at this rate? But the story is still not finished being written. We have to see if you can sustain that gold by adding a few more kills. The problem is, Beast Coast don't feel safe. They go, wait, we're not seeing anyone shown on the map right now. Something is up, and they'll be a blink away by Whisper just in time. But this does work to Beast Coast narrative, because while they were chasing on the side of Gambit, Hector was hitting creeps. And in fairness, has recovered.
Yep. That's the Hector that we know. But so far, once again, Beast Coast doing a good job planting some unorthodox vision, which is not getting rewarded every single time. They have 3 observer wards on the map. Zeus is not finding any of those.
No, it's good to see a team doing this, because usually you get obsessed with these golden ward spots, right? They give you all the vision information on one ward. But like the difference here is they're getting similar information from 2 wards, but as you said, they're not getting dewarded at any point. Like the only one that's semi-obvious is the one in mid, but when you're 18 minutes into a game, you're not looking for this ward. This is usually a laning ward that secures you the runes.
X mark on the mid. There's the combo. Can he blink out?
No, he cannot. And now he's just finished. Lift just to make sure they say Vampire, you get the kill because you have almost got your 4-staff. I wonder if 4-staff is going to get tweaked slightly in the next patch, actually. I feel like this item that people forgot about for months on end is suddenly being appreciated so much again.
Nah, man. 4-staff was always great. Definitely. I remember when 4-staff was 25 mana. Still one of my favorite items.
It's like, I think the thing that kind of gets underrated a lot is the aggressive 4-staff play as well, right? Like, it's this kind of idea that it's defensive as aggressive. You use it on your opponents as well, and force displacement is always strong. That's why some people still try and run Pudge. Lift, Ice Buff, Macro Power, and the Torrent follow-up will bring the Ember down. But that's the lesson for you.
That seems easy, yeah. Chris Luck, I don't know, maybe this illness got to him, because this is not what he usually does.
You know what it was? It's that TV show from Mars, whatever it was, where like he's woken up. He's clearly like he thinks he's in the past. He's time traveled back like several months where Ember was good. Duel coming out into 2. Boys surviving this though long enough. No, he hits them down. The Chrono as well. He's gonna stay alive. Hold Embrace. We'll keep Wraith King alive for the moment, but we'll be cleaned up once, probably twice in a second. As they back away the Void, they keep him alive. They turn it against them. The double duel will not be there. At least Hector picks up a rune. Keep on farming even when you're dying.
Oh, they were a bit hesitating with using the duel right away. They wanted to use the Soulbind before it, so that they get the double duel. And in the end, Void actually survives. That that level 10 talent on Faceless Void is extremely good. 12 strength.
Like that's the thing I was going to highlight. I feel like if anything does get tweaked with this hero, I think that's the first thing that gets looked at. Because 12 strength at level 10 on an Agi hero is just, it's too good to pass up. Like, I know what people think, and they're like, but I could take damage. And damage is great, but sometimes you have to survive people jumping on you with duels and Wraithfire Blast and giant crits.
Survivability is too good. Also, the timing of this Radiance, he lost like 500 gold after he died, and just delaying his Radiance is the key. So far, Hector 044. They managed to find him 4 times, which is not what usually happens when Beast Coast is playing. Any big items coming on the side of Gambit? Yeah, they still need a little bit more time. I think the perfect timing for them is Zeus hitting that Aghanim Scepter and the Faceless Void having a BKB.
Meanwhile, you look on the Ember, who's holding all this gold. He's got 4k gold now. He's got Blade Mail queued up, but he's not committing to it. This just feels like a really awkward game as an Ember, right? You're sitting there going, what does an Ember need? Like, what is the item?
Yes, he needs so many items this game. Like, okay, Yule Scepter is great to keep yourself alive. You can use it on the Faceless Void in the Chronosphere. You could also get something like a BKB, then they can't kill you, but you also need some damage. So Mjolnir Maelstrom is good. Like, it's really hard to itemize when you're playing from behind in this kind of scenario where they have multiple counters for you.
Yeah, it feels like any item that he builds is countered by a different hero. Ice Puff. And the Macropar going down. Boats coming in. Schofield will scoff at his death as he can't stay alive and all the magic damage. Chase through Dream will move forward. Time dilation out. Dodges the stun. Ice Path stops Stinger from escaping though, and he even walks into it at the end as it's a double kill for GPK.
Yeah, it's also Zeus with the Arcane Rune. Didn't even pop the ulti. Where's that pipe? Nah, Kanka just finished the whole pipe. You don't even have to buy Hood. So damage reduction from Radiance will be there, from Splinter Blast, any kind of magical damage pretty much. It's looking all Gambit at the moment.
Yeah, this pipe, some people say it's overkill. At this stage, like, Gambit is barely getting dented by the forces of Beast Coast. On Beast Coast side, if anyone needs a pipe right now, it's them, but instead you've got this Legion desperately going towards the Blade Mail next. No one else is likely to build a pipe anytime soon. You can already see it being queued up by Schofield. So that's going to be a long way off. And there it is. Roche picked up. Dream has it in his inventory. Going for the BKB next as well, in which case, how do you lock them down? There was a BKB pickup now from Chris Luck, but I feel like if he gets caught in these chronos, he's just dead anyway. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
And he's spotted out in the rotation attempt as well. As the Fun God's Wrath hits onto a smoke target. And they know they're safe on the left side of the map. Look at Sharkshow's next item as well. More control. It doesn't even feel greedy at 23 minutes for him to be queuing up a Hex either. Like, this man has been farming like a maniac.
He had an extremely good laning stage. And transitioned that into the Solar Crest. I don't think Solar Crest, to be honest, didn't do that much. They're just winning the fights by spell casting properly.
They popped the Aegis. Whisper will move away with the Glimmer Cape to protect him. FNG looking for a target, but Chris Luck drags them to the left side with the creeps. Whisper escapes in the tree line. Chase forward Dream looking for a kill at least on the Stinger. Torrent's going to come out to scout him out, and he doesn't bash in time, but the X does come out from Slasher. The boat follow up as well. Ember moves away just in time, but Grimstroke might not be so lucky. Trying to move away with the Glimmer now, but he's surrounded and dead. Witness Gus? Or is he dead? FNG does have the Ice Path, and Stinger is trapped in here. We throw out the Inkswell, but he's surrounded. There's no escape for him. He just needs to buy enough time. There we go. At least he buys enough time that Schofield is able to move away to the tower.
So Hector has his Radiance up, Ogre Axe, and Casual Chainmail. This is the classic Hector. Pretty much always goes for the same item build.
Hey, why mix it up, okay? It's been winning you plenty of games. If it gets you to TI, it must be doing something right. We mentioned about stubbornness, usually on Gambit's side, but Beast Coast, they know the way they need to play to actually get themselves back in this game. There's not really any other option on the table anymore. It's just buy Hector more time to farm and hope it's enough against the Faceless Void late game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Which I'm pretty sure if he has the stats man, he'd tell us statistically it's not in his favor, but that won't stop him. However, Whisper will be stopped by the Nimbus popping down on his head and killing him off.
Well, now that Zeus has Aghanim Scepter, it's a completely different game. You can be anywhere on the map, combine that with the BOTs. So basically, Rubik can go around and kill people with telekinesis, the duration with the... I think it's going to hit like 2, maybe even 3 times the Thunder God's Wrath plus Nimbus. Also, if he steals a stun from Wraith King, like he can just be running around killing people with Zeus.
Please stop. This sounds dirty. I don't want it. Boat on a Wyvern, something that he didn't want. Reinforcements are coming in, but FNG's committed. Dragon on dragon action as one goes down while the other dragon fall. FNG throws down the Ice Path, moves away from the Inkswell. He's staying alive. Not for long, though. Stroke taps onto him. Slight Fist finishes him off, but he buys enough time to get Schlachlow out. Definitely wastes a lot of time from Beast Coast as well. Can't even go and farm that Nimbus as Dream is lingering around and has the chrono. But he won't spot any of them. They move away in time. To the mid lane, in fact, with a duel. Rubik gets found out and killed off. Gambit,
no damage, though.
Feels like they've kind of calmed down a little bit for a moment, right? They go for that kill bot, but they're splitting up across the map a little bit too much now.
Just 2 supports that they lost. But Beast Coast, once they get the BKBs up, they can start fighting because everything they have is pretty much magical damage besides some right clicks from Faceless Void. So Hector getting closer to his. Chris Luck got the 9-second BKB. I almost said 9-10 second BKB. And yeah.
I would love to have 9-10 second BKBs. You know, I'm pretty sure at that point I just buy a new BKB and I'm happy with that trade. Then before we start getting recipes for BKBs to replenish.
Oh. Positioning from Schofield, extremely good if they want to defend this down.
Gets the ward down. Has the blink as well, so he can escape quite easily. However, I'm not sure if they can stop this push. I'm not sure they want to. Instead, they will shove out the other lanes. Whisper close to the tier 1 top. Wraith King and Skelly Bros will continue the work in the mid. But they will lose the last outer tower on Beast Coast. So you're reaching that kind of eerie stage, if you're Dire, where you lose one fight, and that's easily 1, maybe 2 lanes of Rax gone.
Just using the ulti to scout things out. You don't necessarily have to kill steal anything at this moment. Whisper, he might be in danger.
Nah, GPK needs +1 here. No one else will arrive in time. There was a scan down as well to check if he was alone. Him on the mid. They could get some vision down on this. They could actually do something. They just placed the ward. Awkward. Chris Luck. Yeah, there you go. D-ward it. The chrono though. Chris Luck, he gets too greedy. They move him with the macro power. Winner's curse going down, but the damage is not enough. BKB, Chris Luck held up on the spot, trying to move away, but the Con breaks to heal him up. Now Hector going in, goes for the kill. Chikira down. Dream BKB will keep him alive for the moment, but now they're moving in, looking for the dual opportunity, but Whisper not able to get off in time. Stopped by the Nimbus. They'll find a kill and return a Sting of Fools. That's a 1-for-1 trade, and if you're Beast Coast, you're happy with that. However,
yeah, they popped their BKBs. Faceless Void got rooted at the exact same moment. Hype it up, KP.
They want more. Slash low. Down to half HP. He's a tanky bugger, though. They'll find him, though, with the Serum Chains chasing. Duel's going to come out. They say, I want that win, but the lift. Rubik buying enough time that the duel won't be given over. Now the Nimbus going down to jump in. Dream able to turn it around. This is the GBK. Brings down 1. They'll bring down the Wraith King once, and they might get him twice. Void waiting on the return. Does time walk away? Movement in. Nice Serum Chains out. Will kill off Rubik. Vampire down the back line, and Chris Luck limping away on 50 HP. And another kill as Stinger does fall to GPK. That will be his dieback. Slash chasing. Blink away just in time. But no, the funny goes around.
Man,
Zeus. Oh, no.
It's not even late game, and Zeus one of the strongest late game heroes in the game. Like, he's level 23 because the XP talent has a full BKB, which means he can stand in front. Doesn't care too much about anything besides getting dueled. Has what is it that? Yeah, Octarine core queued up.
Yeah, he's
like I mean, he still has a couple of slots to work with.
But he's pretty balling at this stage. Like, if you didn't have anything else as a Zeus at 40 minutes in the game, you're still happy with these items, right?
Yeah, and you want to keep fighting to lower their BKBs, and then in the super late game, if it comes to that, like, you can't really fight Zeus. They have so many setups.
Acropire? Didn't clip Schofield, will get away. Barely, though.
Not gonna risk anything, just pops the BKB straight away.
And I guess the other thing to look at in this type of game, you know, is, like you said, he's not going to get any weaker than this. At 25, like, you could easily go for cast range talent.
Well, unless you sell your items.
Well, that's okay. Now, Lacoste, this is why he's at the major, right? He doesn't sell items. Okay, this isn't Chappie.
I saw South American teams dropping items on the ground.
Okay, but this is not the SA.
That's
team.
how you lose the items.
This is the CIS team, Lacoste, who are killing their own support. Okay, that is more like CIS. A little bit too fierce on the fighting, and now BKB Dream moves around the tree line and kills off Schofield. However, FNG did go down to Hector in the mid lane solo. Double coming out. I don't know if he wants this fight, though. This is hurting way too much. The Nimbus down. He's dead. Funny goes Wrath. Now the Ink Spell won't go off as a result. Chris Luck BKBs. Dream. Time walk away. Gonna be chased on him. Slash, though. Throws out the X. Goes for the kill and Stinger instead of helping his core. And no, the Shrine. GPK. He goes for the kill instead of proccing the Shrine for
Oh,
his void.
he goes back to Nimbus.
He does. And Slash, though, he has the X. Chris Luck has no remnants. They'll clap him down with a Tidebringer chase on through. GPK gets the kill. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be some issues in the team, because if you're Dream right now, you are screaming at GPK for not saving your life.
He gave away 2 dual damage, 1 to Kunkka, 1 to Faceless Void. That's actually a lot of damage. I mean, it's 18 damage. If you think about the damage in terms of gold, it's a free broadsword. You just gave him 1,200 gold for free.
Yeah, you're helping sufficiently 7-slot these cores. So it's an interesting way to look at the game, especially with the early duels, right? Usually we talk about the first 3 duels. If you can get them by like 20 minutes, damn, you're feeling good, because that's a lot of extra damage. Whisper, however, has now given away more duel damage than he has actually gotten himself in this game.
And he had an extremely good start. He had 10 damage before 10-minute mark. Zeus? Yeah, Zeus is getting out of control. About to hit level 25.
You just go more damage in this type of game. Like, I don't think he cares about being frontliner in this game, right? Which is weird to say of a Zeus in a game against an Ember, a Wraith King, and a Legion. Slatchlow is soloing Roche right now. So assistance will arrive in a moment in the form of an actual Rocha. And Beast Coast are nowhere in the neighborhood. They're just far off in a distant land called the dire side of the map.
He even decided to go for Torrent AoE on level 20 instead of Strength.
CC?
So it's easy. I mean, it's easier to protect the Nimbus with it.
That's true. I mean, let's be totally honest here as well, because we saw them jump on him. We saw Dream die. Slatchlow kind of got mildly tickled by the gank attempt. So I don't think he cares too much. And there is a smoke movement now. Hector is revealed, though, as he didn't get involved in the smoke. They're just trying to dangle him. The problem is that when you see a Wraith King being the frontliner, you don't really bait yourself into killing him. You realize it's probably a bait more than any other hero in the game. But instead, Gambit, they have smoked up. They're waiting for the rotation around towards them. Vampire on their side is the one they're dangling. This is a little bit more tasty and tempting for Beast Coast. Dream has the Chrono. Moving in right now. Sees one. X on the Schofield to keep him away from the fight right now. Stance be gotten rid of, but the Searing Chains is on the Void. They will find the kill onto the Wyvern. Dead for 50 seconds. Breaks the smoke and allows Beast Coast to move away.
This is such a deadly combo. X Mark to keep him inside of Nimbus. You have Telekinesis to throw him inside as well if it's needed.
This was definitely a fantastic final pick, Zeus. It just felt like they set him up perfectly. Ice Path, even if that connects, it's enough time for you to probably stun them twice. It's actually a spooky thought as well, as when you think about a lot of these late game talents. Like Jakiro, I mean, we don't get to see it too often, but if this guy somehow gets to 25 by the end of the game, good luck ever using your BKBs on the side of Beast Coast. We already mentioned the lift you have and the Torrent and the Chronos. It's like having 4 Centaurs on your team.
And we're not talking about Centaur potatoes, we're talking about Centaur conquerors.
No. 4 Centaur conquerors is more balanced than 4 Centaur potatoes. I mean, think about it, because if you had 4 potatoes, it wouldn't matter. Your Kunkka's already built a pipe. It's the same effect. It's actually a better pipe.
It is a better pipe, yep.
FNG. Nimbus down. This is ambitious. Maybe if they had Kunkka close enough, but otherwise, no. It's still quite hilarious to watch a POS 5 challenge a POS 2 and still scare him the crap out of the lane. But look at the plus size, the cost. Despite being 12k behind, Hector is still top of net worth in this game.
Yeah, and by far, like, he's 3,000 ahead. They also could get Hector to level 25. It's a really strong level 25 talent. Also, he's getting closer to his AC. I love how Hector just buys a casual chainmail. Don't want to buy a blade mail or not. Decides it's a waste of slot at this point and switches to AC. Also has Silver Edge for assassination. Got 2 kills on the side lanes because of it.
Yep. He's definitely been we usually say things like keeping his team in this game. His team kept him in the game long enough to be able to keep them in the game at this stage, but it is a Wraith King super late game, and this hero has weird kind of power spike curves, right? Like, there will be a minute or two mark where he can take these big fights, but then it starts to pivot back in Void's favor again. And if Dream does get that butterfly quickly enough, that will be the moment. Dream is waiting for Chrono. Hector's coming in. Ice Path. They pinged it out. Torrent as well. Slowly going to whittle him down without really committing at all. Jump in. Dream needs to actually get a bash out. BKB from K1. Now the turnaround. Void getting low. Cold Embrace though. A little stolen. Used against them. Now to keep Void up and alive. The bonus coming in. Will turn around against Legion. And now Wraith King down as well. They still have the Chrono. Dream is ready to fight. He throws it down. And with Hector's death, this is looking pretty golden for Gambit. No buyback on the Wraith King either. Dead for 95 seconds. Moving in with the time dilation. Chasing on the Schofield. Where are the bashes? Are you going to hit them? No, you're not. Cold Embrace protects him, but Ice Path. Jump in with the Remnant. Chris Luck goes deeper with it. The BKB. Now, they're going to use Stolen Whiskers against him. Good enough to hold him in place. And when he comes out, the BKB is going to be in. The lift is going to be there. They jump him a little bit too early, but it's still good enough. 85 seconds dead. And this is looking about done and dusted.
Yeah, this is not the target that you want to go for. It's a Faceless Void. He has Aegis. He has Satanic, so status resistance is there. Also stolen Cold Embrace to keep him alive there. Even if it wasn't there, I still think it wouldn't make much of a difference.
No, and I tell you what, Lacoste, you know you're having a rough game when me as a commentator, I have to double check the Wyvern is on the Dire side and not the Radiant side, because Vampire just played a better Wyvern in that fight than the Wyvern himself. Gotta be a little bit
That's not a good sign.
No, that's usually quite awkward when it looks like it's 6v4. And that's not me saying Schofield is playing bad. I'm just saying Vampire is so on point in this game.
There's a lot of good spells to steal, and the Rubik is extremely farmed, has mobility item, staff, has Etherland, so he can steal whatever. He also has the vision from the Zeus, so stealing any good spells is much easier.
So basically, he's like the fat kid with the candy shop unlocked. Got it.
Exactly my thoughts.
Do you think of fat kids often?
Nah. I was never fat, though.
Oh yeah, so you're one of those like very slim people that chuckles at the thought of chubby people.
I can eat whatever. I'm just gonna stay skinny.
Well, we're gonna see soon what GPK wants to eat next. Is the Thunder God's Wrath? You know, we say scouting Thunder God's Wrath, but the meaning for Zeus at this stage in the game is different. He's eyeing up what he wants to kill next. It's like there's a 5-course choice of meal in front of him, and he just gets to choose what he wants to eat next. As he does have the Octarine now, and in fact, he's going towards the Refresher, at which point, I'm pretty sure Beast Coast just lose half of their members instantly. Yeah, those numbers actually hold up true. You can already see Gambit. They posture aggressive. That's what I like about this team as well, especially like more often than not. Sometimes they're a detriment, but definitely not in this game. They understand how aggressively they can position even when they're not as 5. And holding that high ground is key.
Yeah, it's much easier when you have the global presence from the Zeus. You have this good setup, X-Mark, telekinesis. You can basically kill people with just position 4 or 5, and you can even kill a core with it.
And that's a DD on a Void, who has Chrono. I wouldn't recommend touching him. They break him, but Ice Path comes out. They won't give it heavily onto Wraith King, though, as he does have that Reincarnate. Nimbus on the side, however, catches out Wyvern trying for a backstab. And now Chrono jumping on the Ember. The buyback's going to come up, and it may be too late. They're trying to protect him with a Cold Embrace, and the Macropie down as well. There it is. Glimmer Cape keeps him invisible. Ruin Dream up, but he's in a Macropie, so he's protected by his friendly neighborhood Dragon movement in. Inkswell, Wraith King does stand out in the Dream, but it's not good enough. The Wraithfire Blast does throw out, but now with the BKB, Dream ready to hit once more. Torrent comes through. Winter's Curse try and protect him and keep him alive. Remnant jump in, going pretty deep. The boat's coming through, going to drag them back, kill off the Wraith King. He's dead and gone. No buyback either. They'll move in, and it looks like they'll be able to finish the game. As you see Vampire spam out the Remnants. He won't find anyone, but they'll turn around and find Chris Luck. And Beast Coast are crumbling. There's a GG comes out. Gambit take game 1.
It happened again. Impossible.
Yeah, I love the Zeus pickup from Gambit, man. He just dominated the game from the start. Had a good laning stage, played the lane extremely well. Got a couple of solo kills on Ember Spirit. And I think they could have gone for maybe something different on the mid lane. I mean, it's basically a hero that has a built-in some magic absorb, but it's a melee hero. And as you mentioned, there's people who underestimate the power of Zeus. His right-click damage. He was almost sitting at 80 damage in the laning stage, which is insane.
It's a deceptive matchup in the, like, yes, there's the right-click damage. The other thing is usually when we talked about Ember versus Zeus lanes in the past, it's always that target for 6. Whoever gets 6 first in this lane will kill the other, is usually what happens. But as we saw, like, you know, that tends to hold true on average. But if you die at level 4 to a Zeus, that whole analysis goes out the window and your game is just done. And it just felt like, how do you gank these outer lanes as an Ember, right? Because you have to. I feel like right now, there's this kind of shift, isn't there? From, it used to be, if the mid lost his mid, you ask the supports to gank. Now, it's if the mid loses his mid, he rotates the outer lanes and recovers by killing them. But on one side, you've got a Jakiro and a Void, not great targets. On the other, you've got damage reduction galore with a Rubik and a Kunkka.
Yeah, the problem was Shashlo. He was not killable. He had a very good laning stage, was on top of net worth for quite some time, and his itemization was there. Getting this Solar Crest, building into Pipe, AC, and finished with the Hex. Like, if he gets the boat off, he's not dying. Yeah, we saw that on the mid lane, where they actually duel him. He survives even without getting the boat. They were fighting inside of the Zeus Nimbus, and it's just way too much damage. They also didn't have a single pipe. They had a Glimmer Cape. When you're playing against, let's say, Zeus Venomancers, you need to have Guardian Greaves and the pipe to keep your team alive. Also, multiple layers of heal and save. They did have Wyvern and press the attack, but it was just not enough considering how this game was developing.
No, back to the drawing board for Beast Coast. As well, Chris Luck was sick. Gambit was sick of seeing Ember and made sure it got shut down once more. Short break, then we'll be back with Game 2 to see if Beast Coast can give us something a little bit spicy and a little bit less last month, or if Gambit are going to keep up these mid-stylings and Slashlow running out of control. Stay tuned.